afternoon. If you're just joining us, there's been a bad chain reaction crash here in the Back Bay involving a fire engine, a Boston fire engine. We do have word of 5 injuries, 4 firefighters, 1 driver. Those injuries are not believed to be life-threatening, but that area is sealed off. This area, Com Ave, Dartmouth, and Mass Ave as well. Pretty dramatic crash. You can actually see the front tires, the front wheels of that fire engine completely off the ground, several feet there. We do know that their lights and sirens were activated, according to a witness there at the scene talking to our Steve Cooper. We'll keep you posted on this breaking story.
All right, let's send it over to Chris Lambert now, because a lot of people, too, wondering how's that weather going to be for trick-or-treating. Looks beautiful outside.
We can give it a couple of thumbs up here. Yeah, maybe the extra layer underneath the caution, but overall the weather working out just fine. 49 in Boston, 45 in Worcester right now, 50 in Nord. We've had a ton of sunshine for a lot of us, a little more clouds across the Cape and near the coastline at times throughout the day, and that will continue to be the case as we go through the afternoon. Look at tomorrow afternoon, a few degrees warmer. That begins the moderating trend to temperatures back eventually into the 60s and even near 70 Wednesday and Thursday. How about the trick-or-treat forecast? So yes, we'll pin high temperatures averaging in the low 50s this afternoon, sliding ever so slightly back into the upper 40s by 5 p.m. And then by 7 p.m., you're down to 42 degrees. Clear skies and lighter winds this evening allow those temperatures to fall off fairly quickly through the evening into the overnight hours and bottoming off into the 20s and lower 30s for many of the suburbs. 7 News continues after the break.
This breaking news. We're going to send it live to the Back Bay with a press conference now on this breaking news.
So they're working over the scene right now.
Commissioner, were the firefighters wearing seatbelts?
That I don't know. I'm assuming he is, but I don't know that.
Commissioner, can you just back up and briefly go through the set of circumstances again?
So there was an alarm come in at 11:36 for a central station smoke in a building. One of the workers at the building set the alarm off because they were doing some work. Engine 7 got the call for the fire. The alarm, and they were responding to the alarm, and they were coming through the intersection when the accident occurred.
And
responding.
And did the person go through a red light, or you're not sure?
Again, there's video that should be on the camera. Witnesses have made the assumption that the driver, the light changed, the driver kind of went out into the intersection and then made contact with the apparatus.
Depending on what the video shows, could that driver be cited for anything?
That's all speculation. I mean, it's under investigation, and it doesn't appear like anyone was really in the wrong here. So I don't want to mislead anybody. It doesn't appear that way. So, and again, just thankfully, no one was injured, seriously injured. The 4 firefighters being treated, and so wasn't the driver of the vehicle.
Has this ever happened before?
We've had accidents. Certainly have accidents, and it's not common to have a significant accident like this. Usually our accidents are very small when apparatus squeezing through to get in a different street or park cars and they'll clip something. That's typically what we call them squeeze-through accidents. That's typically what we have. Nothing of this significance, though.
What's happening right now? What happens this afternoon? What are we watching there?
Well, we were just preserving the scene, so the crime scene, the accident reconstruction team can do their piece, taking videos and pictures, and then we'll be, once that's all set, we'll be removing the engine company and towing some of these other vehicles that are damaged.
How heavy is that truck?
I'd be speculating probably 30 ton maybe.
Look at the chain reaction here. It's pretty amazing.
It is. I think there's like 9 cars involved.
How's the other driver doing?
Again, non-life-threatening, very minor from what I'm told right now. So
this is very, obviously Boston is highly congested. This is in a high-traffic area. When Boston firefighters respond to a particular area like this, I would have to assume that there are, different ways that they go about responding. I mean, you can't go 100 miles.
No. Look, all our firefighters are trained in driver safety, especially responding. All the caution is put forward. Look at licensed sirens doesn't give everybody a license to drive at 100 miles an hour. It's basically a warning to the surrounding pedestrians and vehicles that we are proceeding through. Okay, so everyone operates under the abundance of caution.
What's your reaction to the fact that your firefighters are, escape serious injury?
Oh, I'm very relieved. As you all know, we had a tragic accident a few years back where we lost a fire lieutenant because of brakes failed on the ladder truck up in Mission Hill. Very relieved that no one's seriously injured here. I mean, it's a dangerous job on itself. It shouldn't be dangerous responding.
Have you talked to the firefighters? Where are they?
I have not. They're at the Mass General. I'll probably go there right after this.
So there was an
What's the protocol for the investigation? Firefighters.
Well, we're going to certainly investigate it. We have our people here taking pictures and so on, but we'll defer to the police, their action reconstruction team, and we'll look at it. There could be a lesson to be learned here for us in training. So we're taking photos and looking at the piece of equipment so people have an idea of the damage that can be done with a fire truck, and there'll be some kind of learning experience from it.
There wasn't actually a fire, right?
No, they were doing some work at a site, and they had a smoke condition, which turned to be benign, and someone pulled the alarm, and they were responding to that.
And where's Engine 7 out of, and what would be a captain and 3 firefighters? Who's on board?
Yeah, it was a captain and 3 firefighters. Engine 7 is right on Columbus Ave, right by the castle. That's the house they're at.
Okay, you all set?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. So you've been listening to Boston Fire Commissioner Joseph Finn, who actually shed a little bit more light on this accident that we've been following now for the greater part of this newscast, talking about the fact that they were responding to a call at the time that this happened. Once again, the good news is that none of the injuries experienced here are life-threatening.
So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more information on this latest breaking news. We continue to follow this breaking news in the Back Bay between Commonwealth Ave and Dartmouth Street, this crash with the fire truck. So we're just now learning that fire truck was responding to an alarm, a smoke in a building around 11:36 this morning when that crash happened at the intersection. Of course, officials saying from witnesses it seemed to be that the light changed to green, that person in the red vehicle went forward and then noticed that fire truck, which caused that collision. And then the fire truck, as you can see, they're up on this sidewalk. And we're hearing from another firefighter that Steve Cooper talked to that another car is actually smashed up underneath that fire truck. But thankfully, no injuries.
So much damage, this total domino effect with 10 cars being involved, 3 of them with really serious damage. And you can see the front tires of the fire truck just completely off the ground. There's a tree uprooted in that area. Thankfully, no one was walking by at that moment in time, because clearly this went up on the sidewalk as well. So once again, we have 5 injuries, 4 firefighters taken to Mass General Hospital, 1 civilian injured as well, the person who was inside that car, and those injuries, thank goodness, are not life-threatening. So as you see outside, it is absolutely a stunning day weather-wise, really sunny. It's been cold out there. Look at this beautiful shot here on this Halloween.
Yeah, you couldn't ask for a better day for trick-or-treating, Chris.
Nothing scary about that weather picture right there, right? A little bit of a cold breeze out there, but beautiful. See the common out there, around the city, even some of the water's a little chilly now with a slight chop and a gusty breeze, but overall easy to take here in late October. Hey, 5 years ago we had a major snowstorm in late October, so we can't complain too much about a bit of a breeze and temperatures close to 50 degrees. Nord picking up about 1/4 of an inch of water late yesterday and last night. In terms of the rainfall, we finally picking up some decent amounts in the month of October in Boston, about 5.5 inches of rain, 1.5 inches above average, and that was the first month above average since February precipitation-wise. In fact, the rain that we've picked up in October, this month alone, has exceeded the collection of adding June, July, August, and September together after having a very dry start to fall and a very dry summer overall. Still well behind in the precip department for the year, though, by about 9 inches of rain in Boston. Worcester, not quite as far back, but still lacking by about 6 inches. And you don't want to get all of the rain all at once. Of course, out there in Worcester, you had flash flooding just about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. But if we can slowly chip away at the deficit, that would certainly be good news, especially before the ground locks solid and freezes this winter. 49 in Boston right now, 45 in Worcester. I don't have a whole lot of rain in the forecast over the next few days, although we'll have some rain move in here Thursday afternoon into Thursday night, and more clouds right along the Cape and the islands, as well as up through Cape Ann at times through the day today, but overall a quiet pattern does prevail. Milder, yes, we'll turn in some warm air here by Wednesday and into Thursday as well. Best chance of some showers working in on Thursday out ahead of this cold front, maybe even rumble of thunder late Thursday into Thursday night before we do cool it down to end the week. So that's going to be your highest opportunity of picking up on some rainfall will be Thursday into Thursday night. The next few days, though, will be on the dry side, and of course that includes the all-important trick-or-treat forecast later on this evening. So we'll stay steady here, about 46 in Worcester this afternoon, 50 to 52 in the Boston area, and then temperatures will slide back fairly quickly this evening. Right around dinner time, I'd say we go from the low 50s back into the mid-40s, and then if you fast forward to 7 or 8 o'clock this evening, even fading back closer to 40 degrees, thanks to the lighter winds out there in the clear skies, allowing for good radiational cooling. So some of the coldest suburbs late overnight tonight, mid to upper 20s, holding closer to 38 in Boston. Bottom line, yes, it's cool for the trick-or-treaters, but without a strong wind, it's going to be a manageable cool air in place tonight. Maybe just that extra layer underneath the costume. 50 to 57 tomorrow, a bit milder, mostly sunny skies, and the forecast going through the next 7 days does feature that warm-up. Wednesday into Thursday, temperatures bouncing back into the 60s. You get on the other side of that front, and we will cool it back towards seasonal levels, if not just a bit chillier by the second half of the weekend. 7 News will continue after the break.
We continue to follow this breaking news in the Back Bay, this chain reaction crash with a fire truck, as you see from Sky 7 HD there. We were just getting an update from the Boston Fire Commissioner here. Let's send it out to Steve Cooper with the latest on that update. Steve, what have we learned?
Right, well, those firefighters, the Boston firefighters, a captain and 3 firefighters are all at Mass General right now, and joining us is Richie Paris. He's the president of the Firefighters Union. Richie, first of all, I know you headed to the hospital, but thanks for stopping for a second here. People can see behind you the damage done. What can you tell us about the firefighters?
Well, what I'm hearing that they're all safe. The lady that also civilian is safe too, thank God. No one got killed. There are quite a few cars involved, but the firefighters are okay. So thank God no one got killed today, or someone could be walking on the sidewalk.
Obviously, you know these guys. You know, we know what's happened in the Back Bay before. We know about a firefighter who was killed in a piece of equipment like this. Just some of your thoughts, if you can share them.
Yeah, it's not pretty. I responded at Ladder 26 when Fire Lieutenant Kelly, passed away. It's not nice, and I thought of it on the way here today. That I hope no one is under a car or firefighters or civilians. No one's hurt or dead. So when we showed up and they said everybody was okay, we really felt relieved. And the members, they do a good job day in and day out. And they're safe drivers. They're good drivers. Our guys are well trained. So I just hope that they're all safe. And I'm going to go visit them at the hospital now.
Right. And then, Joe, as you look at some of the wreckage, Richie, just turn around and talk about what we're looking at here. I mean, it's not every day you see that sort of equipment up on.
It's a fire truck, and it hit 10 cars, and there's a car between the fence and the fire truck. So that's why we're happy that no one was on the sidewalk or no one was in that car getting ready to go, in it. So it's pulled over. So God was on our side in this one. Thank God, really. It's like, again, I say it again and repeat myself, but we're sure happy that no one is dead.
All right, Rich, I know you headed to the hospital. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. All right, Richie Paris, who's the head of the Boston Firefighters Association, he's headed to Mass General right now to check on those firefighters. And again, the driver also at the hospital. Some pretty incredible moments out here, and they're still trying to untangle everything. That's the latest live along ComAv. Steve Cooper, 7 News.
All right, Steve, thank you so much, and we'll be right back after this quick break. It's just before 1, and we're back with some big breaking Pats news for sports fans here. Multiple sources reporting the Pats have traded defensive linebacker Jamie Collins to the Cleveland Browns. Now, according to sources, the Pats will receive a 3rd-round pick in exchange. Collins is a Pro Bowler, a defensive star. He's in his 4th season with the Pats in the final year of his rookie contract. So it's been a busy day of breaking news.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.